Maya is looking for a second date update this morning. Hi, Maya.
Hi there. It's nice to talk to you.
Nice to talk to you.
Yeah, help me out here.
We're going to try. Why don't you tell us how it all started, how you met Rich, and the first date, how it progressed, and all that good stuff, and we'll go from there.
Well, I met him on Match. And just so you know, I got divorced a little over a year ago, and I'd been married for 17 years, so I was way out of practice, when I started this dating thing, and I still don't think I'm really getting the hang of it yet, but
That's
anyway.
okay. You're not alone.
Nobody ever does, I don't think.
Yeah.
Okay. So I met him on Match, and we had lunch, and lunch was really good, and we got along really well. We have a lot in common. I mean, he's divorced too, so that's kind of cool, I guess you could say. We have kids about the same age. He's a super involved dad, which, I really like, because the man I was married to was pretty detached from the kids. So I love seeing a dad who is a dad and gets into being a dad,
Yeah.
We like the same stuff, like same movies and shows and music, and we like trying new restaurants. I mean, we have a lot of things in common. We even have sense of humor, which is great. I don't know. I mean, I felt good, like we've been friends for a long time, and maybe that's what the problem is. Maybe I'm put in the friend zone all of a sudden. But, even if that's the case, I really enjoyed his company, and I'd love to get together with him again and even if it's just on the friend level, I don't mind being friends with him,
And just kind of see where it takes you.
I hate that, though, when you have like a connection with someone and you like it, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, we're totally going to hit it off again, and then nothing. It's just the worst.
But I also know friends who are obviously very busy, because if he is involved with his kids and he's got a lot going on as a single dad, I assume they share custody. He doesn't have primary custody, does he?
No, he didn't say that he did, so I'm going to assume no.
Yeah. How old are your kids?
My kids, they're 6 and 7.
Oh, wow.
And so you both have kids around the same age.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, even after we said goodbye at lunch, I hugged him and said that I'd love to see him again, and he smiled and said that would be nice. So I thought we were on the same page. I'm a little lost here,
Okay. Just jotting down some notes. How long ago was this?
A couple of weeks ago.
Okay. And you sent him a text, tried to reach out?
Yeah, tried calling too,
Oh, you even called him?
Nice.
Yeah, he didn't answer.
Okay.
Whoa.
And nothing off the top of your head that you think might have freaked him out a little, sent him running?
Did you do
I
something?
don't think so. I mean, I wanted to eat some of his dessert, but I didn't think that was a bad idea.
Oh, boy. She reached across the table.
I don't know. I can't.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, that's not it.
Well, it's happened. I mean, we've had somebody say,
Joey doesn't share food.
They're weird about sharing food. I'm not saying that's what happened here. All right. Why don't we take a break? When we come back, we'll call Rich and see what he honestly thought of Maya, and if there's any chance of a second date. At the very least, a friendship. Who knows? You can never have too many friends, right?
No. I mean, I'll do that.
All right. Then we'll do our part as Second Date Update continues next. Jeff and Jenn, Cincinnati's Q102. All right. So Maya had a lunch date with Rich. They're both divorced. She's been out of the dating scene for about 17 years. That's how long she was married. She's been divorced a little over a year. She's still trying to get the hang of dating. Who isn't?
Yeah. Everyone I know that's dating is still trying to get the hang of dating.
Right. But they have a lot in common. They both have kids the same age. He's a pretty involved dad, which is very appealing to her. They both like movies, shows, concerts, going to restaurants, get a great sense of humor. And at the end of the lunch date, they shared a hug. She said, hey, I'd love to get together again. And he said, that would be nice. And that sounds like a positive, right?
Yeah, I think so.
2 weeks has gone by. She sent him a couple texts. I think tried to call him. No response from him. So after a couple of weeks, you definitely get the feeling that you're being blown off. And you even said, Maya, which I appreciate, even if nothing comes from this from a relationship standpoint, I just think he'd be a good guy to be friends with.
That's true.
Yeah, so we're going to call Rich, see if we can learn
some
from
answers.
him. Yeah.
Hello?
There he is. Rich.
Yeah, hi. Who's this?
It's Jeff and Jen at Q102. How are you, man?
I'm okay. How are you?
We're doing good. You got a few minutes?
Yeah, you don't get phone calls from the radio station people every day. What's going on?
We just wanted to check in. We spoke to a friend of yours who sounds very nice, and she was commenting on what a great guy you are and how the two of you seem to have a lot in common as friends, both like a lot of the same things. She made mention of your great sense of humor, and evidently it's been a couple of weeks since she last saw you, and I guess she reached out a couple of times, hadn't heard back from you, and so I guess she called this a welfare check. We're just checking in to see how you're doing.
Okay, I'm good. I'm doing well. A bit nervous right now, but I'm okay.
Well, listen, we're not here to poke fun at you or embarrass you in any way. We just wanted to see what your thoughts were about your friend Maya, who you met on Match and went on a date with recently. She seems to be a pretty big fan of yours. We just kind of wanted to get your take on how you think that lunch date went a couple weeks back and whether or not you were open to maybe seeing her again.
Oh, well, she, it was a good date. It was a good lunch. It was, I'm not really interested in doing a second one, if I'm going to be honest. I hope that doesn't come out harsh or anything like that, but, I'm at the point in my life where, if I can see that something isn't going to work, I really don't have a lot of, energy or time or emotional time to kind of just spend on something if I know it's not going to work or if I believe it's not going to work. And I in this case, I just didn't feel like there was a relationship future there.
Fair enough. I'm just curious as to why, because some of the things that she pointed out, aside from the fact that you seem to have a lot in common. You both like movies, going to concerts, restaurants. Was there a standout? Was there something about Maya that you feel it just didn't gel well with you?
Yes. I'm trying to think of how to say this where I don't sound like crazy. So, okay, everybody has quirks. Everybody has things about them that make them unique.
Yeah.
And Maya has one that, I don't know, was just a little too weird for me. She won't turn left in a car. Like, she won't turn left. Like, it sounds like, I don't know, like a Ben Stiller movie or something, but she just won't drive her car and make a left-hand turn. And I don't have the energy to break that down.
Wait,
and to
hold
get,
on.
Did she drive you?
How do you know this?
Yeah. So, because, all right, so we were going out to this restaurant, and I asked her when we were making plans if it was cool to drop my car off at the shop because check engine light had come on, and I have to get an inspection, so I needed to kind of fix that.
Yeah.
And the restaurant was super close by. It was like a half a mile or even less down the road.
Okay.
So she picked me up at the dealer. That's where we met. And the restaurant was so close, but she wouldn't make a left turn. So she mapped out her own route with only making right-hand turns and took us 7 miles out of the way to get to this restaurant. And I drive for a living, so for me, I'm white knuckle grabbing the seats, the handle. I just couldn't handle it. I was ready to jump out and run there myself.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you would think if the confidence is lacking in just making a simple left-hand turn at a flashing arrow, that the confidence level for regular driving is also probably pretty low.
I just don't understand, how do you get anywhere?
Chris's grandma hates making lefts. She avoids them at all costs.
But what if there's not a street to turn on? What do you do?
Yeah, what if you don't have a choice?
Yeah, those are all questions that I couldn't handle.
I don't understand.
Maya, you're not alone. I'm sure there are other people. I'll tell you for a fact, my niece, she's a grown woman with a child, and she has a weird thing about freeways. She's never knock on wood, she's never been in a wreck, but she will not drive on a freeway. She will take the longer...
Dixie Highway?
Neighborhood roads, yes.
Oh, Lord.
than take a freeway
I have some hazard family that's like that too.
at all costs.
Yeah, they won't drive in a city at all, and they consider like Lexington the city.
Did something happen that caused this fear of making left turns in the car?
No, I mean, it's just how I like to do it. I just don't like the feeling of crossing traffic, I just don't like it, and I don't want to do it. So I figure it out. I look at other ways. And the benefit I thought was our date was that it just gave us more time to talk and to get to know each other more. So I don't see what the
nice
big deal is.
spin. I like that spin.
I mean, more time to talk, it sounds nice, but like I wasn't doing much concentrating on our conversation when I was just ready to bang my head against the windshield trying to figure out why you just won't turn left. I couldn't
sound like
handle it. I'm
Fritz. Fritz
sorry.
hates being in the car.
I do.
Especially as a driver, because I like to drive. When I'm driving is my mission. Like, I'm not screwing around on my phone. I'm not paying attention to anything other than the duties to drive.
Yeah.
And so when you are not driving as the person who likes to drive, and you're watching the person who's driving do everything but focus on driving, it can be a little agonizing.
It bothers me because I'm like, literally, I am like in the car like this. Hello?
Yeah.
Like, what are you looking at? Yeah, what's going on? My sister's like that. And I'm like, every time we go anywhere, I'm like, I will drive.
Yeah, some people
Same.
are afraid of left turns. And other people, like the squatters in the left lane, I've heard from people who do that, and they say it goes to some weird sense of security where, like, they've got to have that divider on their left side, which I think makes it even more dangerous.
And I'm the
but
kind
that's
of person who is the most efficient in my routes. I would drive through a tire fire just to get to the place quicker and more efficiently. And so I just felt like this was not going to work out for me at all.
Oh, that's too bad.
And I'm sorry I didn't say anything and answer the call, but how do you say that? How do you say, oh, you don't turn left? Like,
It does sound kind of silly
couldn't
though,
do
when
that
you
either.
actually say it out loud.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I get it.
But it's the quirk. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Maya.
Well, there's worse things, I guess, in life.
Yeah. Do you think this is something you'd feel comfortable working on?
Well, I've never had to do it in all my years of living.
Why start now?
Yeah.
Yeah, why bother now?
Right. You reach a certain point in life, you get set in your ways. I get it.
again, sorry about that. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm not able to look past something as trivial as turning left, but wish you nothing but the best.
All right, we'll leave it there. Thank you both. Best of luck to you, and thanks for coming on Second Date Update, you guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
You guys